10 analytics. For me, I needed something new because I was just moving to human resources. I'd done operations all my life. Just got introduced to human resources as a career. And I needed something that would help me, have an edge over my colleagues that have been there. So I was just curious. I needed something. And then all of a sudden, I stumbled on a dashboard on the colleagues' LinkedIn profile and I was intrigued, so I started looking for where to do it and I spoke with her. She told me about analytics. Of course, I wasn't too anxious because I didn't know about analytics. However, she gave me a link to the masterclass and then that was it for me. Immediately I listened to it, I just knew that was the place to be. So starting with 10 analytics, it was really interesting, and the interesting thing about 10 analytics was a few things though. The first thing is the way we're taught by the facilitators. They were so detailed. Honestly, as an adult, I'm not sure I've come across any patient person like this set of people. So patient. They would, I remember when we started the Excel class, they were so detailed from the beginning. They will teach you like a baby, as in that detailed. So that was the first thing that intrigued me about analytics. And then another thing was that the facilitators, you can call them at any point in time, be it at night when you're stuck doing your assignments. They will respond to you. If they can't respond immediately, you can be sure by the next day they were going to respond. Another thing that caught my attention with 10 analytics is the fact that you're not just being taught how to do HR analytics just to get the basic. No, they were so detailed about it, and then you can make reference, and then you can get sessions that you'll have to pay for. I'm talking about mentorship sessions, how to create your portfolio, how to build something on LinkedIn, and then how to write your CV. It's so important. And with analytics, I can tell you that I got more than what I bargained for. I bargained for just a certificate and just the basic knowledge
Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? We're starting the session out. Apologies, there's been a little glitch in the internet, in our internet service today. So we're getting started now. How are you all doing today? How is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? How's everyone doing today? You can use the chat, guys. Just put it in the chat. How are you doing today? Fantastic. Okay. How is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? How come everyone is so quiet? Is it that late? I know it's gonna be like 8 p.m. currently in Nigeria, but if you're outside Nigeria, I think it should be enough. All right, Adegoke is saying great. That's awesome. It's good to have you on board. Who else? Who else? How has your day been? How's the week been? Thank God it's Friday. Okay, so how has the week been so far? Okay, 7 p.m. over there. Okay, are you in the UK? It should be like that's UK time, I guess. It's Nigeria should. Okay, this is 7 p.m. Okay, this is 7 p.m. Nigeria. This is UK time. Nigeria should be all right. So where are you guys joining in from? Let me see where you guys are joining in from. So if you're currently in the UK, like Adegoke is, okay, put it in the chat. If you're currently in Nigeria, Lagos, 7 p.m. also in Ghana. That's fantastic. Good to have you here, Jasper. All right, Taufik. Okay, it's good to have you here in Nigeria. Everybody's telling me their time. Okay, that's good. Okay, thanks a lot for that, Folakemi. Fine, fine. Lagos. Lagos is Lagosing, correct? All right, awesome, awesome. It's good to have you guys on board today. Today's session is going to be a very quick one. We're going to be talking about how to start a career in financial analytics. Okay, financial analytics. All right. So we're still expecting more people to join. Okay. So we'll just kickstart regardless. Okay. So at least just few people are answering me. Okay. I would really want this class to be very interactive since we're not plenty on the call. I would honestly just want us to, interact with one another, get to know one another. Let's interact essentially. All right. We're going to be talking about to start a career in financial analytics. And the focus for today's session is we are going to be using Tableau for our analysis. Okay, we're going to be using Tableau for financial analysis. Okay, so like I mentioned, it's going to be a very quick session. Okay, just I know it's Friday. Most people have, you've had a long week. Some people are saying fine, but I'm sure like everybody has been busy, as working professionals and all that. Well, I'm just going to keep it very simple and easy for us to work with. So moving on to the next thing, what are we doing here today? All right. So let me even ask you guys, how many of us are joining for the first time? So if this is your first masterclass, the analytics masterclass, please put a one in the chat. Let me see. If this is not your first time, put a zero. Okay. So if it's your first time, put a one. If not, put a zero. If this is your first time, put a one. If not, put a zero. If this is not your first time, put a one. If not, put a zero. All right, we have a lot of new people in the house. Fantastic. I love this. This is good. All right, Michael Cannon. Okay, it's good to have you on board regardless. Stephen Apolaya, also good to have you. For the newcomers, obviously, you're the reason why we're here today. And even the newcomers, you're still the reason why we're here today. Okay. So if you look to the newcomers here, if you look to the right of your screen, you'll see a lady waving at you. All right. All you need to do is follow the lady, and we have a seat dedicated for you, for newcomers. All right. I'm just messing around. Okay. But it's good to have you guys on board. Okay. And we'll be talking about how to get started in financial analytics. And analytics, what do we do? Okay. What's our main mission? What are we setting out to achieve? Essentially, what we're trying to achieve is to get more Africans into the tech space. All right. How do we get more Africans into the tech space? We have devised a strategy that just will design the platform that would essentially hold people of African descent or of Black descent, into how they can get started into the tech space. All right. So we offer, an array of training programs, and what we're going to be discussing today is financial analytics, which is an area aspect of technology of the tech space itself. All right. So essentially, that's what we do. We help Africans. Literally, if you're an African in Africa, you're currently in Nigeria, you're currently in Ghana, you're currently in Zambia, Tanzania, South Africa, literally anywhere in Africa, now you're looking to get a job in tech, this is where you should be. Now, on the other hand, if you're an African outside the country, you're an African in the UK, you're an African in Canada, US, Germany, France, UAE, Dubai, and all that, all right, you need to, this is also the platform for you to get started on. So if you have friends, you have family that are looking to transition into the tech space, literally all you need to do is just to recommend analytics to get them started. All right. And I'm sure they'll bless you, all right, for them getting this wonderful opportunity. All right. So who is this person speaking with you today? All right. My name is Ifemena Ipro. I am the co-founder of Tenalytics. I have over a decade experience in the data ecosystem. So and I'd like to share my own personal experience on getting started. So first thing, I'm a data professional now, but I actually started my data profession, my data career as a financial analyst. Okay, so working, for as I studied economics, did economics in university, got a job as a management consultant. Working as a management consultant, I worked with quite a number of financial institutions in Nigeria. So majority of the banks, so the likes of GT Banks, the like of Zenith, the likes of Wema, Echo. I worked with literally almost all the banks, just a few banks I didn't get to work with. And essentially what I was doing with them was to deploy certain HR initiative, also strategy initiative within this banks. I also got to work with some of the regulators like of SSEC, the likes of ADIC, CBN, and so on. So I worked with this organization. And essentially, while working with these people, all right, obviously I was in finance, I was core financial services, okay? So, working with these firms, I got interested in finance, okay? I got interested because I was always talking to the CFO, I was talking to the risk manager, I was talking with quite a number of people, credit risk, market risk, and so on. All right. So I got interested in finance one way or the other because that was like what I was exposed to. All right. So I wanted finance. So I did, I did a training program back. That was like a couple of years away when I started my career. Okay. I did a training program on financial modeling. Okay. So that financial modeling training program taught me Microsoft Excel, how to use Excel for financial analysis, and how to build financial models using Microsoft Excel. And that's how I got interest. That's where the interest started from to say that, oh, I could actually analyze these data and come up with this kind of strategic insight. And this was this was like 2015 or thereabout. I started doing those analyses and so on and so forth. All right. So getting started, I was able to, after learning financial modeling, I started working with, different startups in Nigeria, okay, looking for funding. All right. And they needed a financial model, all right, in order for them to get funding from either a private equity investor or an angel investor, whatever the investor they're looking out for, okay, it really wasn't my concern. All I was doing was to build models, financial models for this organization, and I was earning back in the day. So my first interest was in the tech space was actually financial analytics. Okay, so I started building on that, and that was how I was able to work across different organizations, different roles, and so on and so forth. So if you're currently on the call, okay, and you're looking to transition into financial analytics, literally, that's the best place. This is the best place for you to get started. Now, one thing most people don't understand is every single business out there, all right, deals with finance, deals with money, essentially. All right. Is it that they are spending money or they are receiving money? So they call it inflows and outflows. All right. So how do you manage this? How do you analyze this financial data and coming up with insights for strategic decisions? All right. So that's exactly what you need to understand. That's exactly where you come from. All right. That you need to understand that businesses need financial analysts to analyze their financial data. Where should we invest our money? All right, where should we divest into? All right, where do we get this? Where our profits coming from? Where's our loss coming from? How do we track expenses and so on? All right, and that's exactly what we're going to be looking at today. Okay, so today we're going to be building a dashboard in Tableau. Okay, we're going to be doing financial analysis, profitability analysis in Tableau. All right, and we'll also talk about the pathway to becoming a financial analyst and then securing a job. Okay, so the essence of you learning financial analytics is not just for the fun of it, it's for you to learn and also to get a job. And next thing we're going to be talking about is remote full-time and tech relocation opportunities. So as a financial analyst, can I get a remote job? That's the question you'll be asking yourself. Or that's the question I'm very sure you guys are eager to ask me. If I learn financial analytics today, will I get a job? And the answer is yes. It's very possible. There are tons of opportunity for financial analysts. And I'm going to show you. This is not me gatekeeping anything. So no gatekeeping, okay? All right. So our special offer would also talk about that. So all you need to do is just wait till the end of the session. We have a special offer for you. Last but not the least is the growth internship program. Growth internship program. So that's where you get to, and that's really what has helped quite a number of our people, participants, transition into the tech space. So I'm going to go over this again. What are we doing today? So in the next 1 hour, 30 minutes, we're going to go through all this. Build a dynamic dashboard in Tableau. We're going to talk about the pathway to financial analytics and securing a job, remote opportunities and tech relocation opportunities, special offer, and growth internship program. So you need to wait till the end of the session so you can get a full glance of everything that we're doing today. So all you need to do is literally listen. All I need you to do for this 1 hour plus session is literally just to listen. I'm going to time myself so I know that I'm not keeping you more than 1 hour, just about 1 hour plus, okay? 1 hour, 30 minutes maximum. So all I need from you is just listen, okay? And I'll make it as interactive as possible so that you are going to get something out of the session itself. All right. So our session today, we're going to be working with Tableau. Okay. So in order for you to download and install Tableau, you need to have that Tableau in your system. So Tableau, there are two parts of Tableau. There's the Tableau desktop, okay, and there's also the Tableau public. So Tableau desktop is paid. You need to pay for it. You will get 14 days free trial, but we don't need that. Okay. Tableau Public is on the flip side is free of charge. You don't need to pay a dime for that. Okay. So and that's exactly what we're going to be using for the session. So click here to watch. All right. So I have a video here that will show you how to download Tableau. Just give me a second. I'm going to bring it up here. All right. So once you get the material, the button here that says click here to watch. Once you click here, it's going to take you to this video. So we have created a video that would show you how to download Tableau, how to download and install Tableau Public. Through the process of how to download and install Tableau. So all you need to do is just watch the video and you gain access to Tableau on your own device, on your own system. All right. So the data set we're going to be using for today's session, also the link to the data set is here. So once you click here also, it takes you to the page where it downloads, you see it here, Swift stores. Okay, it downloads the data. So we're going to be working with the data set Swift stores. Okay. All right. Now, moving on about the data set. Okay, so this is a real life case study. What we're going to be looking at is Swift Stores is a prominent retail chain company operating in Nigeria. Okay, they were established in 2010. Swift Stores has emerged as a leading player in the retail industry, offering a diverse range of products to its customers. The company prides itself on providing high quality merchandise at competitive prices, backed by exceptional customer service. But now there is a financial analytics issue. There's something going on wrong financially. All right. The CEO, visionary and strategically inclined, lacks real time access to essential financial data from each location. We're going to look at the data. Okay. So basically, the CEO basically lacks real time access. Okay. In the sense that what is happening in Lagos State. Okay. They are a retail chain company based in Nigeria. So basically, this CEO it lacks visibility of what is happening in Lagos, what's happening in Abuja, what's happening in Oyo versus what's happening in Ondo State. What is our sales like across the regions in Nigeria? All right. So in terms of financial analysis, all right, they want a bird eye view of what is happening in all the states at the same time. So the CEO wants to see, all right, in order for them to make informed decision. So in the sense that, okay, is this product selling in Abuja, for example? Does this product sell in Abuja? If it doesn't sell, why do we stock it up? Why are we stocking up? Why is our warehouse filled with that particular product in Abuja? Whereas that same product is selling well in Kwara State. Okay. So those are the kind of analysis that we would be looking at today. So this lack of oversight hinders the CEO's ability to make timely and well-informed decision. So that's exactly what we're going to be looking at today. So the CEO is going to be looking at, okay, how can I see, what's happening, a very holistic view of the data of the business itself. So that's exactly what we're going to be looking at today. All right. So that's essentially that's how you do to get started. All right, so let's get started anyways. Without wasting too much time. I'm going to be here for just 1 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes maximum. So let's get started. So once you have Tableau, okay, all you need to do is just download and install Tableau. This is Tableau public. Tableau. Some people say it's Tableau. Some people will say it's Tableau. Okay, I call it Tableau. So I don't know how you guys going to pronounce your own, but any how you pronounce it, you shall get my own. You understand? All right. So currently you see Tableau does not, there's no data currently existing in Tableau. So what we need to do is to connect Power BI and Tableau to the data source, which is the Excel that we downloaded. So you see, we downloaded an Excel file, okay? We downloaded an Excel file, Swift stores, okay? Swift stores. We downloaded this data, this Excel file. All right, so we need to connect Tableau to that Excel file. So you see it here, connect to a file. We have Microsoft Excel. All right. So that's the file that we need to connect to. All right. So let me just let me confirm it's an Excel file. So you see it here, type of file is actually a Microsoft Excel, comma, separated value file. Okay, but let's just work it out. Okay. So in order for that, we'll just take a look at Excel. Okay, go to downloads. And you see currently it's not there. So even when I click on download, you see there is no Excel. That document, Swift stores, is currently not there. All right. And that's another way for you to confirm. So a very easier way for you to confirm is just by looking at the file. When you look at the file, you see the type of file it is. You see it's the Microsoft Excel, comma, separated value file. Okay. All right. So when you have a file like this, you can't use Excel. You can't connect via Excel. Right? You can't connect via Excel. You need to convert, you need to connect via text file. So double click on text file, go to downloads, you'll see Swift stores. So let me do that again. If you use Excel, because you see it in Excel, doesn't mean that it is an Excel file. So we have Excel and we have CSV. Okay, we have Excel and we have CSV. So I'm going to get a pen so that we are all on the same page. So we just, all right. So when you see this icon, when you see this icon like this, okay, it could be an Excel file, okay, or it could be a CSV file. So when it is Excel, all right, when it is Excel, you can easily connect, okay. I'm just going to drag this down, okay, all right. If it's an Excel file, okay, then you can connect using Excel. Okay, if it's an Excel file, you can connect using Excel. Okay, if it is a CSV file on the other hand, then you use what we call a text file for CSV. How do you know this is a CSV? Very simple. When you click on the file, you would see date modified, and you would also see the type of the file. So looking at this is not Microsoft Excel. It's called Microsoft, comma, separated value, comma, separated value, which is CSV. So that's exactly what it is. So if you see CSV, you know you're using text file. If over here you see XLSX, which is Excel, Microsoft Excel, all right, okay, or you see Microsoft Excel in full, okay, you know that this is what you use this one, Microsoft Excel. Essentially, that's the case. So without wasting too much time, I'm just going to go ahead to connect to the file. Okay, so click on text file, go to downloads, and I'm going to click on the file and I'm going to click on open. So I'm connecting directly to that Excel file for me to do my analysis. Okay, for me to do my analysis. All right, so that's basically, so this is the data set right here. Okay, I'm just going to elapse this and drag this up a bit. All right, so this is exactly the data set. So we have the date, we have the customer age, we have the customer gender, we have the state, we have country, okay, which is Nigeria, okay? We have country, which is Nigeria, okay? We have the product category, okay? We have the product category, we have the subcategory, we have the quantity that was purchased, we have the unit cost, unit price, and that's it. So we have, this is the data set that Swift stores. This is the data set from the organization Swift stores. All right. So essentially now we have the date the transaction was placed. So if you take a look at this particular transaction, this one happened on the 19th of February 2016. All right. This transaction happened on the 19th of February 2016. The age of the customer was 29 years old. The person that initiated the transaction. So, when you're buying stuff online, when you buy something online, basically it tracks the date you purchased the product. In this particular system, it also collects the person's age. So in our own side, for if you're using the likes of Jumia, they're using the likes of Amazon, I don't think they really ask you for your age. In this particular situation, this one they are collecting people's age. So when you register, when you create an account, you put your date of birth and all that, and they can easily get your age from there. All right. So the date is the date you initiated the transaction. You bought a product on their platform, your cost, your age, your gender, male or female, the state. All right. You purchased the product. Okay. Obviously, state is Abia, country is Nigeria. The product you purchased, you see there, you have accessories, okay? You have accessories, and the subcategory is keyboard. So when you talk about accessories, product accessories, you're talking about keyboard, earpiece, charger, microphone, ring light, and all those things. Those are accessories, okay? So the product category is accessory, but the subcategory is keyboard, okay? So you see some people buy keyboard under accessory. Some people buy ring lights under accessory. Some people buy charger under accessory. So different kinds of products under one product category. Now, the quantity, this person purchased one keyboard. Okay, the cost was $80, all right, but the unit price was $109. Okay, $109. And that's exactly what we're going to be looking at today. All right. Sorry, give me a second. All right. So that's exactly quantity, unit cost, and unit price. So you see, Tableau is already telling me to go to worksheets. Okay, so I'm going to click on worksheet one, sheet one that we have here. Okay, and this is the Tableau interface. All right, this is the Tableau interface. All right. And on the screen, you clearly see something very interesting. Let's just, since this is the first time, if this is the first time you've seen Tableau, put a one in the chat. Let me see. If this is the first time you've seen and working with Tableau, put a one in the chat. Let me see. First timers, okay. One, 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 one. Okay. Okay, just three people. Not too bad. All right. So for the new guys, I'm going to explain something to you, what you see here. All right. So this is a Tableau interface. Okay. And you see over here, you have the name of the data sets. This is the name of the name, okay, of data. So this is the name of the data that we extracted. So you see it here, Swift stores data table one. That's the name of the Excel table. Okay. All right. So you see here under tables, you see it is divided into two parts. Okay. You see this line is dividing it into two parts. The first part you have here is what we call dimensions. Okay. All right. And this part here we have here, we call it measures. All right. I'm very sure you will not remember after this, but the key thing for you to understand is what you have here, all the stuff that you have here, they call them dimension. In the real sense, they are basically what we call categories. Okay. They're referred to as categories. So you see states. State has different categories. There is Abia. Is it that you do the training? Is it that you buy the product in Abia, or you buy it in Delta State, or you buy a product in Lagos? Okay, or you buy another product, you buy the product in Abuja. All right, so these are categories. Is either you do it in Abuja or you do it in Lagos, or the transaction took place in Lagos, or the place took place in transaction took place in Delta. Same thing with the likes of what we call customer gender, for example. Is either you're male, okay, or female. So that's why they call it dimension. It's also regarded as categories. All right. Same thing with product category. You have accessories, all right. You have clothing, okay, and you have phones. Those are like these are the key product category. Under subcategory, you have different products. So that's another category of product. Consider you're buying a keyboard, for example, All right, either you're buying the keyboard or you're buying earpiece, okay, or so on and so forth. Same thing with clothing. Is either you're buying a t-shirt. So these are all categories. So you see, when they say something is a dimension, okay, it's basically because it's just the easier way for you to remember is their categories. Is either you're male or female. Is either you're purchasing the product in Abia or in Delta, in Lagos, Abuja, or any other states in Nigeria. All right, and so on. But what they say, what they call as measures, basically are numbers. So they basically separated categories and numbers. That's what this is doing. All right. They separated categories and numbers. So you see customer age, number. Quantity is also number. Unit cost, number. Unit price, also number. Longitude and latitude, numbers. Okay. So these are all numbers, measures, what they call measures. And over here, they call them dimensions. So for first timers, that should provide you with some level of understanding on the difference over here, the difference you have over here. All right. So we're going to do a little bit of calculation and I'm going to explain what the calculation is going to entail. All right. So you see here, you have quantity, you have unit cost, and you have unit price. So what we're trying to do today is we want to find out profits. Is the business making profits or a loss? So we want to find out this business, Swift stores, want to do their profitability assessment. We'll call it profitability assessment. Assessment. Okay, profitability assessment. So latitude and longitude are numbers. So when you say longitude, 11542 is a number. Okay, so you're not typing in it's not a text, it's a number. All right, so it's a number, so it's not a category. Okay, so when you merge your longitude and your latitude together, then it will tell you the location you're going into. So it's a number, not text, not a category. All right. So we're going to be doing profitability assessment, okay? And what in order for us to know if the business is making profit or loss is based off these three measures. We have quantity, okay? Quantity. All right. We have unit cost, and we have unit price. Okay. All right. We have quantity, we have unit cost, and unit price. Now let me explain this. Okay. Let me explain what we are going to be doing now. Let's say this is Swift stores. Okay, let's say this is let's use a single individual. Okay, I'm going to take somebody's name. All right, so I'm going to take Rebecca. Rebecca just asked the question. So Rebecca asked the question. Okay, Rebecca asked the question: does Tableau Public run without internet connection? Yes. So this is running off I don't need internet connection for me to run Tableau. It's running as an application on my system, just like Microsoft Excel. Okay, just like your any other application that you run on your system that doesn't require internet connection. That's exactly what we are doing also. So you don't need internet connection, Rebecca. Okay, so Rebecca, I'm going to use as my, so pardon me, this is this is the best way I can draw somebody. So let's just assume this is Rebecca. Rebecca, are we on the same page? Are we good? You guys put a yes in the chat, okay, if we're all on the same page. All right. So let's just assume this is Rebecca. Rebecca is a business mogul, okay? And she basically sells phones. Let's just assume she sells phones, okay? Now, she has been doing this for years. So what she does is she buys the phones. Obviously, she doesn't produce the phones, so she buys the phones, all right? So let's say she buys it from somewhere from China. Let's just say she buys it from China. Okay, she buys the phone from China. The cost price, okay, the cost price of each phone, okay, let's say it's about $100. Okay, so she buys it at $100. One phone is $100. All right, let's say she bought 100 phones. Okay, let's say she bought 100 phones. What will be the total cost? of purchasing of the phones? Can anybody tell me? What will be the total cost of purchasing all 100 phones? If one phone is $100, but Rebecca purchased 100 phones, what would be the total cost? $10,000. Fantastic. Okay, so that's $10,000. All right, $10,000. That's it. Okay, the total cost Rebecca has incurred is $10,000. Now, Rebecca obviously wants to sell these phones. Okay, Rebecca wants to sell these phones. Okay, and she's selling it in Nigeria. So when she brings it in, okay, she's going to sell it. Okay, so there's what we call a selling price. Okay, so basically she's going to add a profit to it. She's going to add profit to it, to this $100. So she bought it $100, does not mean she's going to sell it at $100. So let's say she sells it for $300. Rebecca, like I said, she's a business mogul. Okay, she's selling it for $300. All right, and she's selling the same 100 phones. All right. So what is it? What is the total cost? What is the total revenue? Okay. What is the total revenue? How much is she gonna get? All right. After selling 100 phones at $300 per phone, that's $30,000. All right, $30,000. Okay. All right. Now, how do you not calculate Rebecca's profit? What is Rebecca's profit? What is Rebecca's profit? Rebecca's profit, $20,000. How did you come about $20,000? How did you come about $20,000? Can anybody tell me exactly? No, yeah, 108, that's not correct. That is total revenue, all right, minus total cost. Okay, total revenue, which is your revenue, $30,000. Okay, $30,000 minus total cost of 10,000. Okay, all right, we give you what? $20,000. So Rebecca's profit from this transaction, from this activity, is $20,000. $20,000. So you'll find out that in order for us to know this profitability that we are not sure about. All right. So Swiss stores, in order for us to calculate our profitability, we need quantity. So we know that Rebecca is selling 100 phones. That is what we call quantity. That's our quantity. Okay. We have our cost. Over here, we also have this as cost. This is the cost price. So we have quantity, we have cost, and we have selling price. Okay. We have the selling price. So we have the three things that we have here. We have the unit cost, we have the quantity, in our data set, we have the quantity, we have the unit cost, and we have the unit price, meaning that we can easily calculate for if the business is making profits or making a loss. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're doing a profitability assessment. Okay. And we're going to be using data analysis to do all this work. Okay. All right. So let's jump straight into it without wasting too much time. Okay, so let's go to the data set again. I'll show you something in data set. Okay, I'm just going to. All right, so you see the data set. We have the quantity, we have the unit cost, and we have the unit price. Quantity, unit cost, and unit price. Now, take for example, let's talk about this now. Let's do this. Let's calculate our cost, total cost, for example. Now, looking at this person bought one keyboard. Okay, one keyboard. This is keyboard, one keyboard. Cost for Swift stores to purchase this keyboard from China was $80. So Swift stores went to China, okay, and let's just say they purchased this particular product. Okay, so purchase the keyboard. One keyboard is $80. So $80. The cost price, okay, is $80. Selling price, obviously they add their profit margin to it and they're selling it for $109. So selling price is $109. Okay, so there's a profit on this transaction. Can you tell me what the profit will be? Can anybody tell me what the profit will be? On this transaction, for example, keyboard, they sold one, cost price was 80, but they sold it at 109, $19. Fantastic. Okay. All right. 29. Sorry. That's $29. 29. My bad. Sorry, 29. All right. So that's $29. $29. So they made $29 on this singular transaction. On this singular transaction, they made $29. On this next transaction also, they bought at 24, okay, but they sold it at 28.5. 24.5, but they sold it at 28.5. This person bought two of these shirts, okay? This was the cost price and this was the selling price. So without wasting too much time, let's just do our calculation and move on from there, okay? So I'm just going to clear this, okay? And now let's do our calculation. So quickly, what we're going to do is, all right, sorry, bring back up, okay? All right, so you see, when I right click on any of the columns, okay, I can right click, save, take for example, let me just go to the main table, okay? I'll come here. So, let me just, you could create it from here. You could create the calculated, you want to create the calculated field, you could create it from here. All right, I just prefer to create it for beginners. I would want to create it from here. All right, so you see the flow, okay? So right click, you see create calculated field anywhere on this blank space here. Whenever you get once you download it, you see here, click on anywhere, right click on this side, you see create calculated fields. Okay, click on that. And you see how easy it is to use Tableau. You see how easy. This is now where I do my calculations. So you see over here, okay, I'll put it as total cost. Okay, total cost. So now my total cost would be quantity, which is quantity, this quantity here, multiplied by, I can't, okay, I can zoom in on it. That's it. All right. All right. I think this is fantastic. Yes, let's go. So quantity multiplied by unit cost. Okay. Sorry. So quantity multiplied by unit cost. So we know the quantity purchased, and we want to know what the total cost is going to entail. So quantity multiplied by unit cost. Once I apply that, you see I have a new measure over here called total cost. Okay, total cost. Okay, so if I go back to data source, all right, and I scroll to the right, you see now I have a total. Oh, sorry, I think did I? You guys are correcting me already. Edit. So total cost. Sorry. Yeah, I saw the calculation and it was wrong. Unit cost. Sorry. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. I can see you guys are following me. Thank you for that. Unit cost. So looking at this now, okay. So 1 multiplied by 80, unit cost. When they say something unit cost, one of that product, one of the products. Okay, so unit cost. So one product is $80 and they sold one, make it $80. So the total cost of that is $80. So this one is two polo shirts, okay, and the unit cost, one polo shirt is 250, 2450, 24.50, and they bought two, meaning that is $49. This here is three. The unit cost is $3, okay, 3.67. So 3 multiplied by this is the total cost for this particular transaction. All right. So I'm going to go back to sheet 1 and I'll do the same thing for total revenue. So I'll type in total revenue over there. Okay. Revenue. Okay. And it's going to be the same thing. Quantity multiplied by, okay. Quantity multiplied by what? And everybody guess what it'd be. Quantity multiplied by unit price. Unit price. So this will give me my revenue. Okay. So once I click on enter, okay, it calculates total revenue for me. So you see it here, total cost. This is total cost. And now let's move to the right. Okay. And you see now I have total revenue. So I have unit cost, unit price, unit for cost, unit price, total cost. Okay, so you see for this transaction now, all right, this person purchased two polo shirts. The cost price was 224.50 for one polo shirt, but the person bought two. So that's why you have 49, but they sold it at 28.50. You see the total revenue was 57. So on some of these transactions, some of them are profitable, some of them are likely not going to be profitable. But that's exactly what we're trying to do to calculate our profit. But now we know our total cost and we know our total revenue. How do we now derive our profit from this? How do we derive profit from this? Can anybody tell me what the calculation would be like? What would be the profit or loss? Let's know if you're making a profit or a loss. So what would be the calculation? What would be the calculation for this? To know if you're making a profit or a loss based off what we did earlier. Revenue minus cost, TR minus TC. So I'm just going to type in total revenue. We calculated it, total revenue minus total cost. Okay, and we have this here. And I'm going to click on enter to give my sheet here, profit slash loss. Okay, fantastic. I love this guys. You guys are awesome. I think this is one of the classes that you guys are getting it right off the bat. Okay, you guys are very smart. I won't lie. Okay, so thanks a lot for that. Thanks for following also. All right. So we have the total cost, we have the total revenue, and you see now we have profits. So for this transaction, we're making $29. Okay, we made a profit of $29. For this transaction, we made a profit of $8. For this transaction, we made a profit of 3.99. That's three almost $4. All right. This one we made a profit of $558 and so on and so forth. But you see this transaction that we made a loss. On this transaction, we made a loss on this transaction. So this one, unit cost was 28, but we sold it for 269. Total cost was 560, total revenue of 538. All right, we made the loss of $22. So some transactions are profitable, some transactions are not profitable. So we need to look, that's exactly what we are doing, profitability analysis, assessment. Okay. Now, based off the case study, first of all, the first thing that we want to do is the CEO said that the CEO, while visionary and strategically inclined, lacks real-time access to essential financial data from each location. So it's location analysis. This guy wants to know what's happening in Lagos, what's happening in Abuja, what's happening in Delta, what's happening in Ondo, what's happening in Kogi State. Do you understand? So let's jump straight into it. Let's say that's the first analysis that we want to do. Let's look at profitability across all the regions in Nigeria. Okay, all right. So let's use Tableau to achieve this particular question. Now, click on Show Me. Where you see Show Me. Show me to the world. I wanna. Sorry, I was just thinking already. Can you imagine? Reset. Data analytics. Data analytics. All right. So I was already thinking apologies for that. Okay. So once you click on Show Me, it shows you the type of visualizations that you can get. Okay. And you see that there is a map visual over there. There is a map visual that we could use. Okay. There is a map visualization that we can use. All right. So we're not going to click on it first. First of all, we're going to bring in our data. First of all, we're looking at country. Okay. We're looking at the country. So I'm going to drag country, drag the way you guys are the way people drag people on Twitter. That energy bring you to Tableau also. So it's going to be drag and drop, which is very easy to use. All right. Drag and drop. So I'm going to drag country to column. Okay. Country to column. And I would also drag profit or loss to row. Okay. So now the country, I will not, you see that now I can select on the visualization I want to work with. Okay, so let me start with the first one. All right. And you see, it's showing me Nigeria. It's just showing me one big dot on Nigeria. Okay, it's showing me a very big dot on Nigeria. I can always cascade it downwards, and it's showing me each dot in Nigeria at this point in time. Okay, it's showing me each dot in Nigeria at this point in time. All right. And that's one aspect of what we could do. Well, obviously, looking at what we are looking at, okay, sorry, I selected our country, okay? All right. You could use the dotted box. It depends on what you're looking out for, okay? So, sorry, I went to select something. Okay, yes. So you could zoom out. So you could use the dots. This one gives you profitability based on the size of the dots. Based on the size of the dots. So looking at Lagos now, you see the size of Lagos, the dot is the circle, the size is big enough. All right. The one for Abuja, you see it is also big enough. The one for Bauchi also is big. All right. So you see Lagos will made a profit of $393 in Lagos State. In Abuja, we did $328. And in Bauchi, we did $206. So based on the size of the circle, okay, you can tell how big the profitability is. But let's use another map. Let's use another map to make it a bit more intuitive. So I'm going to click on this map here. And now this is I'm going to collapse this, show me, and you see it here. Okay. So you see this stuff that we have here. Okay. I'm going to see if I can increase it a bit. All right. So you see, based on the color formats that you have here, you can always make adjustment to this color format. All right. But based on the color formats that you have here, all right, let me just get a pen so you see I can write easily on the screen. Okay. Based on the color formats that we have over here. So you see, this is starting from minus what? Minus 1,322. All right. To the positive, which is minus positive 339,050. Okay. So the gradient, okay, the more blue it is, the more profit you're getting. Okay. The less the color, okay, the loss you're making. So now looking at the blue, based on the intensity of how blue it is, okay, you will know now that Lagos State, fantastic, is doing well. Abuja also doing very well. Bauchi doing very well. Also, this state is doing well. Okay, it depends on the intensity of the blue. So you see this one, or this one here, I think this should be, what state is that? That should be Edo State or Benin. Let me just check, sorry. There's Edo, exactly. So Edo is $58,000. So they made $58,000. So you see the other gray part of the country, okay? You see all the gray aspect of the country is basically they're not making so much money. All right. Okay. So you see this place, they're making a loss of minus $1,000. So they made a loss in Kebbi. In Sokoto is about $302. In Zamfara, minus $74. They made a loss. Okay. Kaduna, they did about $8,000. All right. In Kogi, $1,000. But you see, Bauchi, they made $206,000 in Bauchi. In Borno, they did 126 and 124,000 plus. So you see, giving you a bird eye view, holistically, what is happening across all the states, all right, in Nigeria. All right. So if you want label, because obviously you have to hover around it to see the country and the country and the label itself. Okay. So you can actually drag states to label. You see label here, and you bring set to label, like your states to label, and you see the states there coming up. All right. You can always reduce the size of the state, the font of the state itself, to make sure it is more visually, I can reduce the size of it to like 8, okay, and so on. Change the font type to something smaller, light, okay, and keep adjusting it. You can bolden it, you can do anything you want. All right. Well, seeing the fact that if I hover around it, I can see the state. I can always remove the state from label. All right. And if you want the numbers in terms of profitability, you want to see the numbers, okay? You could always bring in profitability to label, and you see it will show on the label axis. So you can see Lagos is 393, Abuja is 328, Bauchi is 206, 124. Over here, Anambra is 217. We have Benue as 154. Over here, we have Akwa Ibom as 236. Over here, Abia 207. Over here, Bayelsa, $56,000, and so on. So that is giving you an holistic view in terms of profitability across all the states in Nigeria. Okay, across all the states in Nigeria. Okay, but you can still make it. You see, when you look at this now, it's giving you country, state, and profitability. Country, state, and you see once I over it, it's this thing that you're seeing. All right, this thing that you see, country, state, profitability, profit or loss, I mean. all right, is basically what we call a tooltip. Okay, it's called a tooltip. Okay, we'll come back to that in a few seconds. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is where I have sheet one over here, I'm going to double click on it. Okay, and I will change it to profit by states. Okay, and I'll press enter. Okay, and that's one aspect of it. So you now see my header here is profit by state. How did you bring in the map? Okay, so you see, click on show me, you'll see the map here. So there are two maps that you could choose. All right, and that's basically how you can bring in the map. Thanks a lot for that, Ashiru. Wahid. All right, but that's not the end of it. We still want profitability by, we want to know what product are we selling to make the most profit. Okay, we also want to know profitability by product category. Okay, so I'm going to create a new tab. You know, you see it here, new worksheet. You see this icon here, new worksheet. Click on that. It opens a new worksheet for you. All right. Now, this time around, we're looking at product category. Okay. Product category. Okay. And I'm going to drag it to columns. Okay. Or I can drag it to rows. Let's bring it to rows. So let's take a look at it on rows. And I'm going to be looking at total cost, total revenue, and total profit or loss. And I want you guys to take a look at this. Okay. Let me move it the other way around and make it entire view. Okay, so now looking at this, okay, let me see. Okay, okay, let me use another visualization to make it a lot more intuitive. All right, so now let's take a look at this, okay, and I'm just going to make this entire view. Okay, so look at this. This is accessories. This particular one here is accessories. So this is the, let me arrange it in a way that everybody would understand. Total cost, total revenue, and we have profit. Where's profit? Okay, all right. So now looking at this, I want you guys to take a look at this. We have three main product category: accessories, clothing, and phones. Accessories, clothing, and phones. So what I'm going to do also, I'm going to bring in the measures, okay, in my label. Okay, sorry. All right. So I'm just going to bring in total cost label. Okay. All right. And no. All right. So just to see all the labels of what we're looking at. Okay. So based on the visualization that you see, you'll see total cost for, let's say, accessories, for example, total cost is $6 million. Total revenue is $7.4 million, and profit is 1.3 million. All right. Total in terms of clothing, the total cost for clothing, we incurred $2.8. We generated a revenue of $3.4, but we made a profit of $554. And the same thing for phones. We incurred a cost of 11 million on phones, but we sold and generated a revenue of 11.4 million. All right. And profit here is 337 million. Now, based off this, okay, which of these products is doing well? Which of this product category would you recommend is doing pretty well, is doing very well? Based off this, let me see. Let me see the person. You can raise up your hand. Accessories. Why accessories? So to know, you said you are lost, but you answered the question. That's interesting. How are you lost? Is the question of Itunu is lost, but she was able to answer the question. Okay, so based off this, why did you choose this Itunu? Itunu, I honestly want to hear from you. All right, okay, all right. I really want to hear from you. So accessories, everybody's the highest profit. Okay, in terms of profitability, obviously accessories. But are you seeing something that is a red flag? Not really a red flag, but is there a key thing that you're seeing here that is very, very intuitive? Now, a lot of people may be looking at revenue. Okay. Now, if you look at an organization, this organization now, Swift stores, when on paper, okay, in the stores, in the store. Like say, for example, you have a supermarket and people are always coming to buy one particular product. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean revenue doesn't equate to profit. Looking at phones now, we are making the most revenue from most revenue from from selling phone. So we are selling a lot of phones, okay? But we're not making a lot of profit on that particular product. So in terms of revenue, we are selling a lot. When it comes to selling a lot, we are selling a lot. And that's where financial analytics comes in play. Okay? Revenue does not equate to sales. CEO, for example, would look at it like without these visualizations that we are trying to depict, okay, might look at it and say that we're selling a lot of phones. And people would most times assume that because we're selling a lot, we are generating plenty of money. Okay? Because you're selling a lot of that particular product, most people think that they are generating, immense profit from that particular product. But looking at the numbers now, you're now finding out that accessories, okay, you're just doing about 7.4 million in accessories, okay, but you're generating most profits. The same thing with clothing. Clothing is actually not very bad if you look at it. You are doing barely half, just about half of what you're doing, okay? But you're making 554,000, okay, in clothing. All right. So revenue from clothing that you just did about 3.4 million, you're making a revenue of 500K plus. All right. Phones, on the other hand, revenue is 11.4 million. All right. But your profitability is just about 337,000. So it means that, if other focus or if other ways of knowing what product is selling more in what region, you know how to tailor it better. Okay. When you say something is a cash cow, okay, it basically means it's profitability you're still looking at. Okay, you're making money from it. Okay, so profitability when you're looking at cash cow, it's not generating the profit that you desire. Okay, so when they say something is a cash cow, it means that it's generating profit, money and profit for you. So sometimes it's not generating money, it's generating money, but you're not making profit for it. It's not necessarily a cash cow. Okay. So essentially, that's exactly what it is. And that's where visualization and financial analysis comes in play. So just looking at the data on its own, okay, just looking at that Excel sheet on its own, you really can't see the insight. Okay, you can't see the insight that you're looking out for. All right. So I'm going to change the name here. I'm going to change it to profit cost from revenue slash what else? Profit by product category. All right. So you see how we're doing it. And let's see, is there any other question? Let me even put it to you now. Based off the data that we have here, based off the data that we have, what else would you like to find out? Let me ask you guys. Let me ask you guys. So we can do one or two questions and we call it a day on that. Looking at this now, okay, what other question would you like to find out? Okay. Oh, fantastic. Chris Jasper is saying, please, what's the period within which these profits are made? Fantastic. That's a good question. Let's see the trend of profits, okay, from the start, let's say from the start of the year, maybe 2015, 2016, 2015. All right. Let's say the trend. Do they always make profits? What time during the year do they make the most profits? That's a very good question. All right. So let's look at profitability as a trend this time around. All right, so let's quickly do that. Okay, okay. So looking at this, currently date is coming in as the data type for date is coming in as ABC. Okay, instead of a date. So this is another aspect of data transformation. Okay, so date is coming in as ABC as a string. Okay, as a string. All right, date is coming in as a string, but we need it as a date. So I'm going to just select date. Okay. So I'm going to click on this and I'll change it to date. Okay. So rather than ABC, I changed it to date. That's all I did. All right. So now I cannot do this trend, Chris Jasper is talking about. So let's take a look at the trend of profitability across, the time period. So I'm going to drag in date to columns. All right. And I'll drag profits, okay, to rows. So now you see 2015 to 2016. So you see it here. 2015, we made a profit of $228,000. While in 2016, you see 1.9 million. All right, so we obviously started in 2015, and in 2016, we are doing very, very great. But now, this is on a yearly basis. Let's look at it on a monthly basis. So you see this year date, you see a plus sign over there. All you need to do is just click on the plus sign, and you see it. You're looking at it now in quarter. So quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four in 2015, quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, 2016. And you can see the quarter, you can see it. Obviously by quarters, you could also see it by month. All right. But this is not exactly what we're looking for. So this is the visualization. So this is the current visualization that is showing. But I want it in a trend line. Let's use it in a trend line or area map, any one of these two. Let me use area map just for the fun of it. So I'm going to click on area map and you can see it here. So now I can see it on a trend. So you see on the first part of it, you see the circle you have over here. Okay, and this is where data analysis is I love it so much. I'm so addicted. Okay, so you see in the first part, when this business started, from this part all the way to this part here, you see it is below zero. It has gone below zero. So all this part here, this from January 2015 all the way to June 2015. So from January 2015 all the way to June 2015. All right, this business was making a loss. Let's take a look at it. Let's hover our mouse around it. So you see what I'm talking about. So 2015, minus $5,000. You made a loss. The business made a loss. February, minus 4,000. March, minus 8,000. April, minus 4,000. May, minus 7,000. June, minus 8,000 in June. Then in July, you made $15,000. So you see the trend. So Chris Jasper, thanks for that very fantastic question. Okay, that's a very intuitive question. Now we can tell based on the trend that the business was not making any profits in the first half of 2015. Whereas at starting into the second half of 2015, they started to make a profit. They started making profits. Okay, and you can see the trend and see how it jumped from 67,000 in December 2015. January, they did 208,000. So there's something good in January, okay, that led to this huge increase, all right? And you can see the trend across all the year. But the peak was in May and June with 350 something thousand plus in terms of profit. All right, so that's the end of the month. Okay, then it dropped from 300K to $107,000. Okay, well, you see, that's basically showing you the trend of profitability from time immemorial. Does this not look good? Does this not tell you a holistic view of the business itself? All right. If you're enjoying yourself so far, put a one in the chat. Let me see people. I love the fact that you guys came up with this question, and we saw an insight immediately from it. Immediately, we're able to deduce that. And you see, Tableau is also a very fantastic tool that you could also use for financial analysis. Okay. And and these are the kind of ways you see the way you guys came up with those questions. Okay, what is profitability? Can I see it by a trend? Okay, can I see it by month on month? What month had the most profit? You see, that's how inquisitive you are, and that's how you're using data to answer those questions that come up in your mind. All right. So I think I've answered Chris Jasper. Okay. Subcategory analysis. Bossy also is looking at subcategory analysis. So let me just put a trend of profit, trend of profits by month, year, month. I'll just say year/month. All right, and that's it. So you see here, trend of profit by year, month. Now let's create one more. I think this is where I'm going to just because of time. Okay, so once you get the data, you could also do the same thing that we're doing today. All right. So subcategory, okay, the subcategory analysis. So I'm going to take subcategories to roles, and you see all the subcategories. So essentially, we want to know what subcategories we are generating the most money from. Okay, so essentially we have subcategories and we have profitability to column. All right, and you can see it here. Boom. So you see there are two products that are actually selling the most. I'm going to give it an entire view so you can see it fully. All right. I'm going to bring profit to label so that we can see it also. All right. And I can also switch it. So I think I'll prefer it like this. Okay. All right. So looking at this here, guys, take a look at this. So you see keyboard. Okay. Or let me tell you. Okay. Let's do it this way. And I'm going to arrange it in descending order so that we can see it properly. Okay. So looking at this now, wristwatch, we're making 500. And so you see, amongst all the products that you're selling, wristwatch is what is generating the most profit. $518,000 on wristwatch. Keyboard, on the other hand, $512,000. You're making the most profit on keyboard, wristwatch, followed by jersey, selling jersey. Okay, maybe it was a World Cup year, or maybe something happened. So those are where analysis will come in play to tell you the reasons why these products are selling more than the other. All right, iPhone is the next one. Interesting, 144,000. All right, earpiece is the next thing that's selling. Nigeria and the earpiece. I remember back in the days, you always buy once you buy one earpiece like this, one ear is always dedicated to spoil. I don't know if that's still the situation. Is that still the situation? Let me ask the guys in Nigeria at the moment. Guys, you used to buy one earpiece and it's always one ear that is always spoiling, that always gets spoiled. Only one every single time. And the question we keep asking ourselves is, the question I keep asking myself is, why can't they make, and that second ear, that one that is working can work for like 2 years. In fact, if other earpiece spoils and you're just trying to stand around the house, it might be rumpled. That one ear is always going to work. Okay, one earpiece every two. Exactly. So the current question is, why can't they make those 2 ears work like that one perfect one? That's the question. Well, anyways, we'll use data analysis to answer that question. They should employ us. We'll use data analysis to answer to answer that same question. All right. So you see, wristwatch, earpiece also obviously because of volume of transactions and also profitability, they're making a lot of money. So socks is not generating a lot of money. Memory card is doing a lot, but not as much as any other thing. All right. So obviously because majority of the devices that we are buying now come with memories. Okay, 1 TB, 256 gig, and so on and so on. Laptop charger, phone charger, t-shirts. So you can see profitability by the subcategory now. But outrightly, you can see accessories are the ones that are generating the most money. Wristwatch, keyboard, earpiece, okay, mouse, okay. You see they are the ones that are generating the most money. All right. So that's it. Okay. And you see phones on the other hand. All right. How do we get the data into Tableau? I discussed that at the start of the session. Don't worry. Once you get the recording, I walked you through all the process of you getting data into Tableau. All right. So now, once you finish all these visualizations, all these insights that you've gotten, you will need to build a dashboard. So you see here, over here, you see new worksheet, new dashboard, and new story. Okay. We won't be able to cover story today, but I'll just put you through a dashboard and you see how easy it is to work with Tableau. All right. So you see this new dashboard. I'm going to click on new dashboard. Okay. And this is how the dashboard looks like. Okay. But you see, it is very small at this point in time. The dashboard is actually it looks small. This white part that you have here, the white part is where the dashboard is going to be. Okay. But it's very small. So what I'm going to do now is increase the size of the dashboard because I'm going to be putting a lot of visualizations in there. Okay. So let's change the size first before I do anything. So size, you see size here, you see minimum 420 by 560, maximum 650 by 850. I'll click the drop down. There's a drop down there. So rather than range, okay, all right, I'll put in the numbers I want. Okay. So for this part, let me use width and height so it's easier for you to remember. So width, I'm gonna say width let's just say about 1,500. Okay, all right. So height, on the other hand, 860 is okay. I just want it to be the height of this stuff, okay? Or let's just say 800. 800, okay? So 800, or let's say 800, let's say 850. Let me just say 850. All right, 850 is not bad. Okay, so that's the height I use. So I use 1500 in width and 850 by height. So that's the size of my dashboard. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is show dashboard title. Okay, so that's my dashboard title. So I'm going to call this, what would I call this? What should I call this? Can anybody give me an idea? The name of my dashboard. Can you? I'm just going to call it profitability assessment dashboard. Profitability assessment dashboard. Okay, all right, and apply. Okay, so I could center align it. Okay, and maybe make it a black color. Okay, make it a black color. I think I'm just going to keep it very basic and easy to work with. Font size, I'm going to use maybe a 12 to keep it small, apply. And that's it. That's okay. That's all right for me for now. All right. So that's my dashboard. That's my header over there. Okay. So now you see it has separated header and dashboard. So this is my header and this is where my dashboard, this is where my visualizations are going to be. All right. So take for example, you see all these objects are what we're going to be working with, majorly horizontal and vertical container. So horizontal container, this will separate the dashboard into two. Basically, let me just use my pen to write this real quick. Okay, so obviously this is the first time you're doing this. Okay, so I would explain it. So when you're talking about vertical, I'm going to start with horizontal container. So you see it here. You see it looks like this. It looks like this. Okay, so basically horizontal container is going to take your dashboard from this. Okay, what it is going to do, horizontal container is going to do is it will split this one big dashboard into two. Into two. Sorry, my boxes are very terrible. Into two. So this horizontal container splits it into two containers. Okay, so from one, it splits it into two. Horizontal, vertical are the in the same vein. Okay, vertical on the other end. So that's your one dashboard. Okay, because it is vertical, it's going to split it into something that looks like this. Okay, all right. So this is how vertical, okay, is going to look like. On the other hand, horizontal is going to be the other way around. Okay. So now for this one, you can now put your visualizations inside. All right, you can put your visualizations inside. All right, and so on. So let's quickly do it so you see it in action rather than me over explaining. All right. So now I'm going to start with the vertical container. Okay. I'll drop it inside. Okay. So let's say profitability by state. I'll drag it here and I'll drop it inside. Okay. That's one container. Profits by, let's say profits, trend of profit. I'm going to drag it. You see there's a space beneath here. Once it's over down, you see you have a second space. So you see the first half. So that's what we call, you see, I use the vertical container. So it has split the dashboard into two equal halves. Okay, right off the vertical axis. Okay, okay. The next one I'm going to do is I'm going to drag an horizontal container. I'll put it here. Okay, so I can put another visualization inside this container. Okay, and let's say, okay, I have one more. So this one, I can bring it to the top here and put it here. Okay, but this is still rough. This is still a rough dashboard. Anyways, you will need to do a little bit of adjustment, coloring. Obviously, these are all merged together, are all meshed together. You might want to reduce it and so on and so forth. So these are the kind of assessments you need to work on in order for you to get what you're looking at, get what you're looking for, essentially. All right, but getting started, I would like you guys to build your dashboard. I would like to see what you come up with. Format it the way you want, format the colors, put in your dashboard, take a screenshot, okay, and post on LinkedIn. I want you guys to come up with your own dashboard, okay? Come up with your dashboard, come up with the key insights that you see from it, okay, and you can take it off from there. All right. So I'm going to use this as a filter, this also as a filter, this one as a filter, this one as a filter. So once you click on the state, you can see the performance of that state. Okay. All right. So click on Abuja now. I can see, research is still selling very good and keyboard also selling very well. Let's click on Borneo. So you see in Borneo, iPhone is doing better in Borneo state. Okay. And wristwatch, then keyboard. Okay. So wristwatch and iPhone in Borneo. Let's check Bauchi. Bauchi is iPhone and wristwatch. Let's check somewhere like Sokoto. So keyboard and jersey, that's what they bought. That's what they bought. Okay. And you can see they only bought in February 2016 and June 2016. So nothing else. That's where transaction. Those are the only two transactions that even happened in Sokoto. Let's check a place like Kogi State. Kogi. What's happening in Kogi State? So you see, Samsung, you're making a loss. Infinix. So phones are not basically selling so well in Kogi State. All right, but wristwatch, keyboard, iPhone, oh, they're doing pretty good. Earpiece, the same thing. Sorry, pardon me. Is it earpiece or airpiece? I don't know. My mouth has been calling the two of them. I hope you guys are not confused, and I'm calling airline on the call. All right. Anyways, I'm dragging myself. Okay, no wahala. Okay, and so on and so forth. And that's basically the whole aspect of visualization. But anyways, because of time, we can't build a very dynamic, we can't build, at least it's dynamic enough. All right. But in terms of aesthetics, the look and feel, we might not have enough time to go through that. All right. So, anyways, you see, Tableau is a very fantastic tool to use. All right. And that's exactly why we are going to be talking about. So if you've learned something new today, guys, put a one in the chat. Okay. If you've learned something new today, put a one in the chat. If you've learned something new today, I really want to see you guys. Okay. Oh, I need more ones. Now, what's happening? What's happening? More energy, more hard work, more footwork, more energy, guys. Uh-uh. Yeah, 108. Fantastic. I love that. Fantastic. So essentially, that's really why we launched the financial analytics training program. Now, financial analytics is a very fantastic tool. Like I said, this is something I started. This is where I started my career as a professional. So doing financial analysis, building financial models and all that. And guess what? There are a ton of opportunity for people looking to transition into financial analytics. For example, I'm going to give you three scenarios. Okay. So, and I'm going to use, let me just open the browser. Let me use my browser. Okay. Okay. I'm going to show you opportunities, guys. So I'm going to start with guys in the UK, for example. I had some people here in the UK. Okay. So I'll start with the UK. So if you're in the UK currently, are there job opportunities for financial analysts? So let's Google, let's just check. This is read.co.uk. Financial analyst. So if you're looking for a job, you want to get a job, don't worry, I'll cover every aspect. If I did not cover your own aspect, also call my attention to it. I'll call you. All right. All right. So now looking at this now, financial analytics. This is a financial analyst. Financial analyst. This is 40 to 45,000 pounds per annum. All right. Financial analyst, 40 to 45,000 pounds. This is another financial business analyst. This is financial data analyst, and so on and so forth. Now, you are full-time. You see, there are different types of roles you could get on there. You have the permanent, you have the temporary, you have the contract. Also, one thing most people don't understand is when you're talking about, especially for the guys in the UK, Canada, and all that, okay, US, there are contract roles where you can earn significantly more. All right. So honestly, that's the reason why we're not gatekeeping all this information. So now, financial regulatory reporting analyst, this is 350 to 450 pounds per day, not per month, not per week. This is what you're earning every day you work. Monday, 450 pounds. Tuesday, another 450 pounds. That's 900 in 2 days. At the end of the week, you can guess how much you're going to be earning. All right. This is another financial analyst. This is another financial analyst. This is 30 to 25. You say financial crime business analyst, 500 to 550. So these opportunities are there. Senior financial analyst, 450 to 550. So these contract roles, and where you can actually earn more money. But before you get to these contract roles, most of that I would want people to, you can actually get a contract role. It's very possible after the training program. All right. But there are also full-time opportunities that you could actually latch into, all right, to get it started in the financial analytics space. But this is just the keyword financial analyst. You also have financial planning that you could also do. So when you're going into these roles, okay, we'll tell you the kind of roles you could also apply to. Okay. So you have financial planning, you have financial analyst, you have commercial analyst. Okay. So you have financial planning and analysis consultant, 60 to 80,000 pounds, financial planning 27 to 29, financial planning administrator 22 to 27, 67 to 83,000. And these roles are there for you to apply to, and so on and so forth. So these are financial analytics roles for the guys in the UK. All right. The guys in Canada, for example, we have, if you go on Indeed, for example, you could just go and search. And the reason why I'm searching for you, I'm searching now, is just so that you could actually see it yourself. All right. So you know, say that, oh, if I finish this training program, would I be looking for a job? Are there jobs in the first place? So you see, financial reporting analytics, this is six figures off the top. 120 to $130,000 financial reporting analyst. We have the financial. Let's take a look at these roles. Okay, so you see exactly what is expected from you. All right. All right. So you see the manage monthly close and processes, analyze consolidated weekly cash forecast. You see all these things are analysis and all that. Financial analyst 70 to 75, the same thing. You're going to be analyzing data, preparation of monthly and reporting and month-end reporting and analysis of actual report results compared to budgeted, forecasted, and so on. So these are other financial analysts. This is tax analyst, which is more, it's financial related, but we're not going to go into tax. Okay, so we're looking at more financial analytics. So you see, a lot of roles are there. Financial analyst, forecasting and planning, 45 to 130,000. So this is more, you see, there's a huge gap. So basically, they're recruiting for multiple roles. Okay, so for junior, middle, and senior roles. So that's why they just lumped everything together, likely. All right, so you have senior financial analysts. So these are all financial analyst roles that are currently being recruited for in Canada. So if you're in Canada, this is a role that you could actually learn, but you will learn the role. For the guys in Nigeria or somewhere in Africa that you are looking to hire, all right, that you're looking to hire or you're looking to get remote jobs. So one very good place I would say you should go check out is Built-in. Okay, Built-in jobs. And I'm just going to search for the keyword financial analyst. Okay. This is remote jobs though, for guys in Nigeria. Okay, thinking that you cannot get a remote job. And the financial analysts get a remote job. Let's take a look at it. Okay, let's research. So you see it here, financial analysts, these are all fully remote. You see this here, remote. These are remote jobs in the US. Fully remote roles in the US. So you can apply for it even though you're in Ghana, you're in Nigeria, you're in Zambia, you're in South Africa, you're even in the UK. To get another job, you want to work two jobs, work one in the UK, work another one in the US, and you can be doing that. Very possible. You can be in Canada and apply for remote roles in the US and so on. So take a look at this financial analyst remote, okay? All right, senior financial analyst, project financial analyst. So these are all fully remote roles that exist. The salaries of some of them are there. This is 65 to $75,000. This is 60 to $90,000. So these are roles, remote roles that currently are existing. So you are in Nigeria, you're in the UK. Can I get jobs? Yes, you can. I'm in Canada. Can I get a job in Canada? Yes, you can. I'm in Nigeria. Can I get remote jobs as a financial analyst? Yes, you can. All right. And that's the reason why I'm exposing you to this is to make you make a decision. Start. Because the major reasons why a lot of people are stuck at this moment is the ability of them not to start. It's not like they don't want to start, but this information are not there for them. They are gatekeepers, okay? And we don't gatekeep anything. All right, we provide you with all the information that you need to get started. All right. So now the training program is 100% online, okay? 100% online. So you can learn from anywhere, just the way you're learning today's session, okay? At the convenience of your house or at the convenience of your bed, anywhere you are, you will learn today. Now, hands-on practical session. So you see what we did in the last 1 hour plus. practical session, you'll gain access to the videos, the exercises, and the project you work on. So you can showcase to potential recruiters. Okay, so it's hands-on practical. You will build your own case studies, you will build your own project, all right, and showcase it. Lifetime access. So once, even after the training program, you will still have lifetime access to the materials, to the videos, to the recordings, to experts you're going to work with. You would have lifetime access with them. Now, the classes, 16 classes with over 40 plus topics. So you're going to be learning. I'm going to talk about the things you're going to learn, and you'll see exactly how it's going to impact your transition story. The average salary of a financial analyst is £42,000. That's in the UK. You would add over 6 projects to your portfolio. 100% job visibility. We would assist you with how, where to get a job. How would you get this job? Where would you apply to get the job? All right. And any other thing that comes up, we would assist you in anything that has to do with employability. All right. Industry relevant certification, you get a certificate upon completing the training program. The training program is for 2 months plus, okay, with 1 month free virtual internship. So you get 1 month free virtual internship. Okay. Now, what would you be learning? Okay, I talked about 60 classes with over 40 topics. All right. So number one, you'll be learning problem solving. All right. So looking at the analysis that we did today, we needed to analyze, we needed to come up with a solution to the business problem. Now, how do you come up with this business? How do you come up with this solution? You need to be able to problem solve. All right. And different techniques, different methodologies that you need to understand will teach you all that in the problem solving class. Number two, Microsoft Excel. You need to understand Excel. How do you leverage Excel for analysis? To do work to Tableau. Okay. Now, how do you work with Excel for financial analysis, to build financial models, to build a dashboard, interactive dashboard? We'd also get to work with Power BI for financial analysis. You get to work with SQL. You get to work with accounting fundamentals. So you see all the skill sets that you're going to work with are all data analytics related. So you learn problem solving like a data analyst, all right? You learn problem Excel like a data analyst. You learn Power BI like a data analyst. You also learn SQL like a data analyst. But now the key thing is, how do you now use analytics as a finance professional? Okay, as a finance professional. So you're going to learn accounting fundamentals, then you start to use analytics to do what? Financial modeling. You use analytics for financial analytics. You use analytics again for carrying out valuation, and analytics also for scenario and sensitivity analysis. So now this part aspect, okay, is now what is that's the core finance aspect, okay, which comprises of two things: corporate finance, all right, corporate finance. So you can get to work as, in the wealth management department of any organization. Also, you could get a job in what we call an investment bank. Okay, so we have someone working currently with one of the investment banks in the UK with Bank of America. Okay, so got a job last year working as an associate. Okay, with one of the one of the banks, Bank of America in the UK. All right, and these are the kind of things that we have. Also, people getting jobs in Nigeria working with the likes of very top of the investment banks in Nigeria. All right. So how do you get started? You learn data analytics, and then you transition these data analytics skills into financial analysis. Excel, Power BI, SQL for financial analysis, financial modeling, valuation, and so on and so forth. All right. So your learning roadmap is for 4 months. Okay, 3 months of live classes, 1 month virtual internship, virtual instructor led. You would have me, someone like myself in class, teaching you and holding you and guiding you through the process of learning. The classes are scheduled for the weekend, so it doesn't affect your weekly schedules. All right. You learn during the weekend. On weekdays, you have projects that you still get to work on. All right. So classes are on Saturday. And for Sunday, you have what we call self-paced materials that allows you to work on projects by yourself. The key thing is in transitioning is you being able to convince the recruiter. So you being able to start to do things by yourself is very essential because the interview process, nobody else is going to be there apart from yourself. So you need to be able to sell. Okay, you need to be able to talk about the projects how you're going to come up with a solution to the project. That's essentially what you'll be doing on Sunday. So essentially on Sunday, it is a self-paced material, watch me do it videos. I'm going to show you the videos where you have somebody working you through a solution, through a project, okay? And as the person is creating the solution, you are also doing the same, and you're going about your, understanding the whole process itself. Now, the last but not the least, the recruitment acts. We'll talk about that in the next few seconds. So essentially, this is your learning roadmap. So now, in terms of the kind of jobs you can apply to, financial analyst is one of the roles you can apply to. Commercial analyst is another. Data analyst within finance. You see financial business analyst. You could also apply for those kind of roles. Cost analyst, business analyst, finance. So you've seen those roles, financial business analyst. You could apply for those kind of roles. Financial planning and analysis, you could apply. Treasury analyst, investment banking analyst, these are roles you could actually apply to. And at your own convenience, you could check out these roles and you could check it out to see which one works best for you. Sorry, I moved backwards. So why should you train with us? It's very simple. There are four critical areas that I'm going to talk about. Our achievements, what we've been able to achieve in the past 3 years, we've helped over 2,000 people transition into their desired career from classroom, all right, from classroom to getting their first job, from classroom into their first job in the tech space. So if you're in the UK, you're in the US, Canada, Nigeria, somewhere in Africa, you can take on this opportunity because the key thing for us is to get more Africans into the tech space. So bear it in mind that we really have your best interest at heart, okay, and we're going to help you make this transition into your desired career. Number two, industry standard facilitators and curriculum. Now I talked to you through the curriculum, Excel, Power BI, SQL, and all the financial model evaluation, sensitivity analysis, scenario analysis, and all that. These are going to be taught by guys that have industry experience, people that have a minimum of 5 to 10 years experience, coming to an OG and guide you through the process of understanding. They are so lazy for you to understand. All right. So industry standard facilitators and the curriculum is also well thought out to give you that advantage. So I did talk about one thing in the curriculum, which is AI. So you're also going to leverage ChatGPT for financial analysis. All right. So you would also be working with AI tools like ChatGPT for you to perform your financial analysis, financial measures, and all that. All right. So when you talk about curriculum, okay, you're getting the best up-to-date curriculum. Blended training to accommodate every learning type. So the key question we're trying to answer here is, how do we keep people that are fast learners and slow learners in the same class? So we have people that after this class, this session that we had today, we have people on the call that would have grasped at least 80% of the things that we did today. While we have some other people that have grabbed maybe like 40%, but in order for them to reach 80, 90%, they need to get the recording, settle down, and learn all over, rewind, fast forward. How do we keep these two people in the same class to ensure they're moving at the same pace? Basically, that's what gave birth to this blended training delivery methodology that we have devised. And that's what we call the watch me do it videos. So these watch me do it videos are project-based videos that teach you exactly what you need to learn. All right. So everything that you need to learn at your own pace. All right. They're self-paced. You can watch at your own pace. You can rewind, fast forward. You can do anything you want. All right. Practice alongside the videos to get you that experience that you're looking for. So if you're a slow learner, you are in the right place. If you're a fast learner also, you're also in the right place. We have the live classes and you have the this thing. We have the live classes and we have the watch me doing videos. Um, okay, so somebody say no learner will pass through Mohammed that will not understand the great tutor. Fantastic. Thanks a lot for that, Olushola. We also have tailored session to position you for your first job. So the key thing, and see, the one aspect most people don't understand is you see those technical skills. That's 50% of the work. Okay, to get you your job. And you notice how I talked about the curriculum, all right, and I'm going to talk about sessions that will guarantee you to get that job. Okay. So it's not just you having those technical skills, it's also about so many other things like what we call CV review. If you don't have a good CV, I was just on the live session with Florence, Infoplace Canada, before jumping into this session. Now, on that particular session, somebody was asking a question. Oh, I've been in the UK. all right, and I've been applying for jobs, I've not been able to get a job. I've not been able to secure an interview. Now, reading that particular comment, okay, it's clear that the person had a CV problem, a CV problem. So even for before a recruiter will see your CV and get you a call to say that, oh, we want to talk to you, your CV has to be standard. All right. So it's just like you going on a dating site, okay? Going on a dating site. The person you need to match up with has to like you back. Okay. All right. The person has to like you back. So if your CV is not looking attractive, if your profile on your dating on the dating site doesn't look attractive, nobody is going to swipe right for you to say that they want to speak to you. All right. But if you have a very stunning profile, you have a stunning, literally people will be excited to talk to you. So your CV, first of all, is that first thing that puts you that gives you an advantage. Hence the reason why we are so adamant on what we call the CV review session. So where we're able to revamp your CV. I have experience, I don't have experience. I'm just getting started. I've not done this thing before. Don't worry. That's why we're here. We'll teach you how to do that. Okay. Secondly, LinkedIn optimization. All right, we all know LinkedIn is one of the major places where recruiters go to help you get the jobs that you're looking out for. So how do recruiters see you? Essentially, that is LinkedIn optimization. How do recruiters see you? That's exactly it. So when they search for a particular job role, financial analyst, will your profile appear as the top 5, top 10? Will it appear? If it doesn't appear, then your LinkedIn profile is not optimized. Okay. Upwork optimization for guys that are looking to work freelance. I forgot to show you that. All right. So if you're looking to get freelance opportunity, for example, you could easily just go to Upwork. Okay. All right. And you see, find the best freelance jobs. Okay. Let's take a look at this. So you have data. So as this training program, you can also get roles as a data analyst because you will learn data analysis using Excel, Power BI, SQL, and all that. So you can actually work as a data analyst. But now what makes you unique is the ability for also you see, let me show you data analysis roles you could do. You could work as a data extraction specialist, you could work as a data analytics freelancer, you could work as a data analyst, you could work as a data entry specialist, you could also work as a data visualization specialist, and so on and so forth. All right. Now, what makes you now better? I won't say better, but what makes you laser focus? Okay, you can see Excel freelancer. Okay, Microsoft Excel freelancer. All right. So you could also do that one. Financial analysis. So see, financial analyst. You could also work freelance as a financial analyst, a financial modeler. If you like writing, also you could also get gigs, financial writing. Okay, so these are things that you could actually do. All right, freelance. So let's take a look at financial analyst, for example, financial model expert for a non-profit organization. This is what $250. So take a look at this. This was posted about 2 days ago. All right, responsibility requirement, okay, financial modeling, and you'll see part of the curriculum is financial modeling. So this is $250. Hey, I went to close the page. All right, $250. Okay, that's the same thing. Financial analyst for equity consultation. This is what 30 plus hours. They will likely tell you how much they're willing to pay per hour. So for this one, it's a $40 to $91 per hour, and you are expected to work more than 30 hours per week. So even at more than 30, let's say 30 hours at 40, let's say the lower end, $40. That's in a week, you're earning $120. Okay. That's just what you want. That's looking at the tail end. But you can always work more than 30 hours. So this is freelance, financial analysis, financial modeling. All right. So this is what they're looking out for. All right. And these are roles, freelance, that you can actually use to earn in dollars if you're currently in Nigeria to earn in dollars, okay, in order for you to get what you're looking for. So we'll do Upwork optimization for you. Navigating the job market, how to navigate the job market, where to apply for jobs, what type of jobs to apply to, where to apply for this job. So, that's the reason why I'm taking my time to tell you you're in the UK. What kind of roles can you take on? You're in Canada. What kind of roles can you take on? You are in Nigeria looking for remote roles. Where can you apply for this job? So we'll do more extensive work on navigating the job market. Okay. Also, we'll also talk about job interview preparation. So prepare you for interviews and also, so when you have a good CV, you know how to navigate the job market, you have a good LinkedIn profile, you have a good Upwork profile, you will get jobs, all right, where you get interviewed for. So we also will prepare you for that interview. How do you introduce yourself? How do you talk about your experience? These are things that we'll do for you. Recommendation and reference letter would also write that for you to get you ahead of the job market. Okay, so would help you review, would help you write very good recommendation and reference letter. Would also work on weekly mentorship sessions to bring in experts to come and talk to you. So apart from your facilitators, we also get experts that will come and talk to you. How are you able to transition? What do you need to do differently? Oh, you're in Canada, this is what you do. Oh, you're in the UK, this is what you should do, so on and so forth. That's exactly what you need to talk about. On the job support, so once you get a job and you feel like you're not good enough, we would also assist you in getting started. All right. So, oh, all right, I don't know, they gave me this task as work. How do I go about it? We would help you do that. And one new thing we're doing this year is we are guaranteeing you interviews. All right. These interviews that people are running out of skelter to get, we are going to guarantee you interviews during the training program. All right. And how do we do this? Through our new initiative, the Body Mentorship Hub, enhanced internship experience, and also partnership with recruitment firms in the UK, US, and also in Canada. All right. So Body Mentorship Hub, I mentioned earlier, we have 2,000 people that have gotten jobs. Now, these people are coming back to say, yeah, then analytics, you helped me secure my job. I want to help more people. I want to give back. All right. And that's exactly what's happening. So we have people that are coming back to also mentor, okay, people that have got that are looking to get in the job. So if you are looking to become a financial analyst, we have a ton of people that have gotten jobs. I'm going to share that testimonial with you so you see it for yourself. Enhanced internship experience. So you're going to be working on more real life scenario based case studies to give you that real life experience that you're looking out for. And I talked about the partnership that we have secured and some that we're still currently securing for with recruitment firms in the UK, in Canada, US. So if you're in these regions, you want to latch on this opportunity. And if you know somebody that's interested in transitioning, please don't be a gatekeeper also. Share with them, okay, and let them get started. All right. How do you get, to work freelance as a financial analyst and earn in dollars? That's exactly I've created some videos. Myself and Days have created some videos that would help you. All right. If you're looking to transition into the role, how do you get remote jobs? So if you click on the first one, it's going to take you to the YouTube page where we'll talk about how you can actually get remote jobs. And you see there, some sites, financial analysts, you see there, and I'm showing you how to use LinkedIn to get a remote job. All right. So these are places. Just click the link here. I have two videos here, all right, linked that will show you how you can get remote jobs. Now, how to get sponsored jobs? If you're based in the UK, for example, how do you get sponsored jobs? Very simple. Adiza is over here walking you through how can I get sponsored jobs in the UK tier two visa. So basically walking you through the process of how you can actually get a tier two sponsorship, all right, in the UK. All right. Moving on, top site to get remote jobs. I explored some of them already, showed you some of them. At your own discretion, you can actually check some of these websites yourself. All right, so it always seems impossible until somebody else does it. It always seems impossible until somebody else goes ahead to. So one thing I want to employ you today is learn from this our guy's experience. So I'm going to play Ekwe SCN. Also, she got a job. Okay, you see, I'm going to play his video. One of the guys that got a job. Okay.
Hi friends, my name is Akore Essien. I'm a financial analyst and a chartered accountant.
Is it loud
I
enough?
work in the
Mary,
UK.
can you hear it very well?
I
Is it
came in
loud enough?
contact with analytics and joined their February cohort.
It can be
And
louder. It's not loud
in the
enough.
course of the program, a lot of skill
Okay,
were
let me just play somebody else's video. Okay, so we don't waste too much time.
Hi everyone, I am Zina Balogun. I came across Tenalytics through word of mouth recommendation from a friend. Reflecting on my journey through the program, I am thrilled to say that experiencing their courses firsthand has truly exceeded my expectations. I can confidently say that the interview preparation offered was a game changer. The tailored guidance and resources not only refined my skills but boosted my confidence remarkably. Participating in the mentorship session was a turning point for me. The advice I received not only improved my LinkedIn profile and CV, but also gave me new insight into how I should tell my career story. Thanks to this comprehensive support, I confidently navigated the hiring process and secured a role that aligns perfectly with my aspirations. Thank you, Tenalytics. Bye. Hi, everyone.
Hello, guys. My name is Chika Onok. I'm here to talk about my journey with analytics and how it assisted me in getting a job here in the UK. Yeah.
Hello, Femina. We can't hear you.
All right, can you hear me now? Sorry, just confirm, please, if you can hear me.
Yes, yes, we can hear you now.
All right, thank you, thank you. So I think something happened to my microphone. So essentially, I said we have those links here on the materials that will be shared with you. So you could just click on the links. There are a ton of them always, not just the four of them. We have a lot of evidence of people getting jobs in the US, in the UK, in Nigeria. So Solomon currently is in Nigeria, was able to secure a job as a financial analyst, and a ton of other people being able to achieve this. All right. So we have a course starting on the 27th, on the 22nd of March. Okay, 2024. That's literally next week, Saturday. So literally, this is the last call for you to register if you've not registered. Okay, so we have this. All right, so all you need to do, we're only looking for discount for the first time people for the training program to get this discount. So if you're looking to get this started, this is the best time for you to latch on, see the discount. So we're only looking for discount for the first 10 people to register. All right. Now, the full amount, okay, the full actual cost of the training program is $750 or the equivalent of £625 in the UK. All right. But now we're running a discount, okay? Discount. Now, this discount allows you to pay in 2 installments, okay? Allows you to pay in 2 installments. Full amount, you have to pay in full, but the discounted amount, you could pay in 2 installments. So now the discounted amount allows you, gives you $150 discount. So rather than paying 1,750, you're actually paying $600. And in pounds, rather than paying 625, you're paying £500. Okay, and you can pay in 2 installments. For first payment, all you need to do to is register using just pay the $450 or £375. And the second payment comes 1 month into the training program, $150 or £125 equivalent. And that's essentially what you need to register. So what you need to do now is just to make the payment, this deposit, okay, and secure your position, okay, all right, using the first payment. Now, the second payment all comes 1 month, all right, into the training program, 1 month into the training program. Now, if you're looking to get this started, this is the best time for you to register. So if you're looking to register, just click on the main stack link. All right, so you see pay with PayPal or PayStart, click on this. It's going to take you to this Analytics Enrollment Center. All right, Analytics Enrollment Center. All you need to do is scroll down Scroll down, you would see financial analytics in there. Financial analytics. Click on financial analytics. And for the person asking for Naira, what of a Naira? What about the price in Naira? Okay, you will see once you click on financial analytics, okay, once you click on the link and you click on financial analytics, it will show you the price in Naira. It will show you the price in Naira. So it's been adjusted to show you the price based on your region. All right. So you see now currently it's 500 pounds. The suggested price is 500 pounds, which is equivalent to the discounted amount that you see there. Now, the moment we secure 10 people for this particular course, all right, once 10 people have paid, all right, this will revert back to the full amount. It will revert back to the full amount of £625 or $750, and you have to pay in full. Now, the beauty is that this discounted amount of $500, you don't have to pay in full. You could actually pay the discounted amount of £375, for example. In my scenario, I'm using pounds. Well, in this scenario, I could pay £375 to secure my position. All right. All I have to do is just pay £375 in order for me to get started. Okay. So all I need to do is just click on that and reserve. So now the beauty about this is, all right, the beauty about this is, guys, once we achieve, once 10 people have registered via the platform, and it reverts to the original fixed price, okay, of £600 or $750, £625 or $750. All right, you won't be able to pay below that particular price. All right. So currently the discounted price is 500, but you could actually pay 375 to secure your position. All right. And that's exactly what you would see there. Okay. And that's what you see there. So looking forward to seeing you guys register. Register now in order for you to get started. All right. So once you've made your payment here, all you need to do is come back to the enrollment center, come back to the Analytics Enrollment Center and upload your receipt. Take a screenshot of that receipt and upload it. All right. Upload the receipts. You will see the email, you see your payment type. All right. Was it full payment you made? Was it the initial payment of or 325 or 370? All right, or 400, depending on what you can afford at the moment. Okay. All right. All right. So if it's initial payment, click on initial payment to get started and follow through by providing all the information. So once you've made payment, please come back to Analytics Enrollment Center, click on upload your receipt and upload your receipt. Okay, upload your receipt. Okay, and that's the way that's the best way to work it out. So all I'll say now is be a part of the first 10 people that will take advantage of the discount. Okay. Click on the main stack link, get started. First payment is what you need to pay. Then you can pay the second payment and you can get started. Now, if you have any concerns or any questions, any follow-up questions after the session or at any point in time, please send an email. You can check out our website, analytics.io. Also, you can send us an email or you can call or WhatsApp any of these numbers. All right. Any of these numbers. You're in Canada, you're in the UK, you can always call these numbers. Or you could just send us an email at inquiries@analytics.io. All right. So the links is actually being sent to the chat. We have a team. Okay, we have a team currently that is sending to the chat. So Joshua, the link, just click the link in the chat. Okay, so we're going to be posting it there. So just click the link. We'd also send it when we are sending the recording of the email of this session. You would also get it. Okay. Now, take a look some of the projects you get to work on. So you work on, like I said, all these case studies are real life case studies. Like what we did today is a real life case study. All right. So you work on classroom technology, workplace, sports facility. You work on Nestle product analytics. You work on online food delivery. You work on fraudulent transaction in the bank, employee attrition in IBM, data science salaries. You get to work on Redux Airline, and you also get to work on Legacy Group, okay, which is more HR related. So you see, the financial analytics training program is end to end. So you can work as a data analyst, okay, because you learn data analytics. You could also work as a financial analyst a commercial analyst. And those are the things I talked about earlier. Some of the facilitators for the training program. Nene currently works with Zilus. Okay, Zilus is they are an authorized dealer of Nike in the UK across Europe, essentially. So she works with Zilus as a financial planning and analysis, manager. Also, prior to that, she worked with Denom, she worked with KPMG, she's worked with Bank of America and Laurus Group. She's one leading the financial analytics class. Okay. Jenna's also based off in the UK, has a wealth of experience working with FMCG to consulting firms in Nigeria and also global institutions. Okay. Tenny also, currently works with KPMG UK, all right, and she also has a wealth of experience in financial analysis, financial modeling, and that's exactly part of the people that you'll be working with. So, these are some other feedbacks, okay? People that have gotten jobs. Omodele Call Creek is another person that you could actually check out. Watch the videos. The reason why we provided the links there for you is for you to watch them and to see exactly what people are able to achieve having going through the training program. Victor Bolajoko got a job as a financial analyst with Nicole Finance. Bumi Obidibu, okay, got a job as a market data analyst with Leona Finance. All right. Afolabi got a job as a financial analyst with Cool Books. So many other people, okay, and you see a ton of other testimonials. Some of the projects you work on, see, these are financial analysts, financial analysis dashboards, and so on. And financial modeling, these are some of the financial models you're going to build. Very, very immersive experience, okay, that you're going to get from the training program. And you see, we have a ton of testimonials of people getting jobs, people transitioning into their desired careers, and so on and so forth. So one thing you need to have at the back of your mind is would help you kickstart your journey into the tech space. Okay. All right. That's essentially where I'll be drawing the curtain for today. If you have any concerns, any questions on getting started, please get started now. Please register now. Okay, take advantage of the 10 discounts that we have running at the moment. Get started at this point and let's see how we can work together. All right. Any questions? Any questions? I'll be spending the next 2-3 minutes taking questions. Any questions, guys? Any questions? So which part of the UK we are based? We're actually, our office is in Manchester. Okay, we're based off in Manchester. We used to operate in Bradford, Manchester before. All right, so office still exists there. We also are in Canada. Okay, Alberta, Edmonton to be precise. Okay, Edmonton, Calgary to be precise. Okay. What is the fee amount in Naira? So once you click on the main stack link, it's going to show you the price in Naira. Okay, so click on main stack, it's going to do the conversion for you. It's about 720,000 Naira. Okay, all right, if you're looking to get it started. So you could always just click on the main stack link. Okay, every information that you need is on the main stack link. So once you click on the main stack link, it's going to take you to the enrollment page. All you need to do is scroll down, okay, and you will see financial analytics. Click on financial analytics, and you would see the price of the training program. So it's going to show you based on your region. So if you're in Nigeria, it will show you in Naira. If you're in the UK, it will show you in pounds. If you are in the US, it will show you in US dollars. If you're in Canada, it will show you in Canadian dollars. So it's based on your region, okay? That's how you can make payments. So once you click on reserve a seat, you put in your information, your name, your email, your phone number, and literally you can pay with your card and you can get started, okay? So those are the things you need to do. So once 10 people elapse, okay? Part Manchester, can I get a postcode? Yeah, sure, we can send the postcode to you. All right. So that's not a problem at all. All right. So once you're ready, all you need to do is click the link, get started, and we can get you started on all the things you need to do. All right. Register now while the discount slots are still very much available, and we can work with you to get started. Okay. So if you have any concerns, any questions, please, you can send us an email at inquiries@analytics.io. Also, you can call any of the numbers that you see on the screen. Okay. So Jasper, you can just send us, let me just send you, okay. That respond to that. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, guys. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. And also, just to confirm, guys, if you had a wonderful time today, if you learned at least, if it's the first time you saw Tableau and you saw Tableau in action, if you learned something new today, please put a one in the chat and let's take care of from there. Okay, let's close up from there. If you had a wonderful time learning Tableau, learning financial analysis and all that, if you had a great time today, put a one in the chat, please. All right. All right, fantastic. I can see all the words coming in, and I'm excited to. I want to be sure that you guys will register for the training program starting next week. Okay, so the training does start on the 2nd of March. Okay, all right, it starts 2nd of March. Okay, that's when the training program starts. We run this training program every month. Okay, the discount is only guaranteed for this next training program, not for the one that runs every month. So this discount is for this month, the one starting in March. Okay. So you could always pay for the training program, okay, and also push your dates forward. So secure using a discount, but you could also start in April, for example. If you're convenient to start in April, you can secure a discount now and start in April. But the training program starting in March is going to start in March, regardless. Okay, so thanks a lot, guys. I had a wonderful time, I had a great time. Thanks a lot for taking our time on a Friday to listen to me, to also watch the session. All right. Thank you very much. All right. That's what we're going to join the curtains for today. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a wonderful weekend ahead. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the main session. Just imagine what you learned today for just about 1 hour plus. Now imagine over 40 classes, over 16 classes, I mean, over 40 topics. It's going to be an immersive experience. So cheers, guys. Have a wonderful weekend and see you in class next week, Saturday. Bye for now. Bye, guys.